What's up, y'all? It's your boy BioSpider 3.0, keeping the action going with the Marvel Legends, Peter Parker and Ned Leeds 2-pack. Very excited. Shout out to Ray from the Happy Hour for making this review possible. He's got a YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure it's a podcast. You guys should definitely check it out. I'll have the name in the description of this video. But yeah, the Happy Hour podcast, I believe it's called. Shout outs to Ray from that podcast. I got these two figures from him off of Mercari. So thank you very much, sir, for providing both of these figures for me. Definitely been wanting this 2-pack for a minute. I the base price for these guys, at least retail, if you go on like Hasbro Pulse, the standard price for these guys is like $55.99, which I think is honestly kind of ridiculous, man. I mean, as much as I love this 2-pack and all that it comes with, I don't think it should be anywhere near $60 worth. That's getting towards like high end territory. Marvel Legends, nowadays, a standard figure goes for about like what, 25 bucks. So, I mean, I don't know, man. And even that's kind of pushing it with a lot of their figures. So, I guess if you were to say that each of these guys were worth, 25 each, and then plus the accessories they get thrown in, I guess that would come out to around like 55, but I mean, for what we have here, I wouldn't say it's nearly worth anything like that. I would say you guys, make your own decisions. Me personally, I wouldn't pay more than maybe 40, 45 max if I like, really, really wanted this 2-pack. But lucky for me, I got this for, 36 base price plus, shipping and tax probably came out to, close to about 40 bucks, maybe a little over that. So, um, or under, give or take close, estimated around like 40 bucks. So me personally, I wouldn't pay more than that for this type of 2-pack, but to each his own. If you've got the money and you feel like you want to spend more, then by all means spend more. But yeah, man, that's what I think personally this 2-pack is worth. It is pretty freaking awesome though, I gotta say, and I really, really like both of these figures. This review is like kind of incomplete a little bit in a way, just because I am missing a couple of the accessories. If I can find them cheap enough, maybe in the future I'll pick them up. But to be honest, they're not like super important accessories, so I'm not too worried about it. If I get them, I get them. If I don't, I don't. So that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, this is a really cool 2-pack. So we'll take a look at Mr. Peter Parker first, and then we'll take a look at Ned. So I'm going to slide Mr. Ned out the way for just a minute here. We'll get a closer look at Peter Parker. And I gotta say, I really, really like this Peter Parker figure. I've been wanting a Peter figure for quite a while now, like a solid, Marvel Legends Peter Parker, Tom Holland figure. Never, never got one, and I don't think I'm pretty sure this is the first time Hasbro has done like a full civilian Tom Holland Peter. We've always gotten like Tom Holland, heads in the past, interchangeable for like the Spider-Man figures, but I don't think we've ever got like a full, civilian clothes Peter Parker. So this is really, really cool. Now I was trying to think back about the movie if he ever had an outfit like this on, like specifically, and I couldn't really remember. I always remembered him having like a blue, like long sleeve shirt on usually when he was at school. And then, so I went looking on some images on Google, and I found this specific scene from the movie where it's like him and Ned downstairs, and he's like tinkering with what does he make? I think it's either like the Vulture, the Shatari tech or something. He's messing around with something down there, and he basically has this type of outfit on, from what I can see. The green definitely looks like a lot darker. I would say in the movie but I think this is like a pretty good color of green. I think they mostly captured the overall look of what he had on, and he had like this nice red undershirt under there. And you'll see Ned in just a sec, but he's basically got the same outfit that they gave this figure, or his figure rather. So that's what's up. But yeah, here's a closer look at Peter Parker, and I gotta say he looks pretty good, man. Off top, pretty good. Um, there is a bit of like difference in gloss from like the top of his shirt to like the bottom. Like this is definitely more of a matte finish, where this is kind of like a gloss. I don't really know why they decided to do that or what's going on there, but it just happens to be that way. And then we have his nice brown trousers, or jeans, which look pretty good. I like the color, very nice, light color of brown, kind of caramel color, I guess. He's got his nice kicks on, got the black and white kicks, which look pretty good. Very nice, nicely detailed. You can see all that detail in there, and they look very nice. Here's a look at the bottom of them. See the what is that? It says something, probably like a serial number right there on the bottom of his shoe. That looks pretty good. All around, he's nicely detailed. Got a lot of wrinkles and stuff in the clothes, so all of that looks fantastic. And of course, he comes with his backpack, which is in a nice kind of like beige color, beige creamish color, and it's got a paint for like the zippers and everything. That looks dope. I'm loving that. That is awesome, man. And to be honest, I think this is the best Tom Holland head sculpt that they've done thus far. To be honest, I think they pretty much nailed it on this one. Like, this kind of how would I say, not stoic, but just kind of like normal expression, kind of like neutral expression that they have on his face. I think this is like an excellent sculpt. Like, I would say it's easily the best one they've ever done for all of the Spider-Man figures that have come out. I mean, like pretty much from any angle, it looks like Tom Holland to me. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely see Tom in there from like every angle. So I really, really like this head sculpt. And then he also comes with an alternate one, which we'll get into accessories right now. The alternate one is cool. I just don't think they nailed it quite as much as the one that's on him currently. But let me get out this plastic bag. He also comes with this head sculpt, which is cool. Kind of shows him like, smiling or laughing, maybe in like mid laugh or something. But I don't know. I think it just came out a little wonky. Like, I remember seeing the promo images of this, and I kind of thought it made him look like, I don't know, like an old man. I don't know, something about like the wrinkles, down towards the bottom, like towards his chin, like from his cheeks, going towards like the chin and his mouth. I don't know, something about it just kind of makes him look like an old man to me. I don't know, it just looks a little funny to me. And then I think also the way they did like the paint for his mouth kind of looks like he is like missing teeth on the bottom or something. Like he only has like a top row of teeth. It looks like he like needs some dentures or something. I don't know. Something about this head just seems a little off. But I have this head sculpt has kind of grown on me. Like I did pop it on him, and I've taken a lot of pictures of the two of these guys, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm actually working on getting an Instagram page up for figure photos. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely once I get that up and running, I'll have it in the description, so you guys can definitely check that out. But yeah, I had a lot of fun taking pictures of both of these guys, and this head sculpt eventually did grow on me, especially after I got it like posed around with him and Ned. I think it actually started to look kind of cool. So it kind of grows on you after a while. It's not the best sculpt, I would say, but it's definitely not horrible, and it looks pretty good. The details continue throughout. You can see all through the hair in there. Very, very nice. So, it's pretty nicely done. I think, they just missed the mark a little bit, I would say, on the expression on his face and some of the, texturing and whatnot, but it still looks pretty good. While we're going over accessories, I'll show you the rest. He also comes with two fist hands. Out the package, he has the open hands on him. At least, yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. And then he comes with two alternate fist hands. Now, I only have one, unfortunately. The guy I got it from, he only had one of them. This looks like it's for his left hand. But yeah. But yeah, just know that he does come with two fist hands. So just imagine, his right one being here also. But these are very nicely done. So everything looks pretty good. Paint looks solid on these. So I'm liking that. And then he also comes, and this is technically an accessory for Ned, not Peter, but we have the Spider-Man masked head for Ned, specifically for Ned, because you can see how big it is. a lot bigger than Peter's face. So I really like this accessory. I'm so glad that they threw this in because I really enjoyed that scene from Homecoming where Ned tries on the mask for the first time. He's just having a blast, man. He's having a good time. He's just hanging out with Peter and pretending to be Spider-Man. It's the best. So I really like this head sculpt. I think they did a great job on it. Definitely captures the look from the movie, and looks like Ned's head is under there. You see the detail. Again, they don't paint the web lines on these MCU Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures, but I don't really mind it too much. I think if you wanted to do like a wash or maybe go over it with like a micron pen, you could easily fill those in. But like the eyes and everything looks really nice. So we get that head sculpt. All right. And then we'll take, let's see, this will give you a nice full all-around look of Ned next, and then we'll get into play and display. Yes, sir. So here is Mr. Ned Leeds up close, and he looks fantastic. I really love the head sculpt. I think they nailed it. That looks just like Jacob Batalon to me, so I'm really liking that. That is like perfect, man. And again, this is I think the outfit that he had on pretty much when he was down there with Peter while they were like tinkering with things, and he had like a kind of like beigeish gray, button-up shirt right here, and then he had like a striped blue and white shirt underneath, some jeans on. He's got his cool kicks. Got these nice gray tennis shoes with some tread on it, looking very nice. And I like the paint work for this the jeans section. It looks really cool. You know how like jeans have like those faded sections on them, and yeah, I think like I don't know exactly how they did it, like if maybe this was dry brushed or what, but it looks very nice. The lighter parts of the paint on his jeans, I think that looks really good, especially like from a distance. Gives the jeans a more realistic look, so I like that a whole bunch. And you can see him from the back, and he also comes with his backpack, which is very nicely done. Nice camo backpack going on there. He's styling on him, looking dope. And yeah, nice look of him from the back. He also has a watch on his right wrist, so that's what's up. And there you go. So there is both of the figures with a 360 view. And now we shall get into play and display. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and take his, I guess I don't really need to, but I'll leave his backpack on, I guess, because it's not really going to hinder his articulation. So we'll start with Peter here. Peter has some pretty good articulation. Not quite as much as, like the MCU Spider-Man figures, only because he's lacking a butterfly joint, which, I think like most of the modern MCU Spider-Man figures have butterfly joints now, where he does not. But I mean, he's in civilian mode, so I guess he doesn't really need it. And you can honestly still get him into like a lot of dynamic poses. So yeah, I would say like for this figure, you honestly don't really need a butterfly joint. It would have been like a nice addition, but I think it also would have looked weird the way it would have like cut up the sculpt, especially with his like long sleeve sweater on. So I think what we have here is perfect, honestly. So for the arms, he can raise it up. It's on a ball and a hinge. You can get his arm up to basically 90 degrees out all the way. So that's really good. Back down by his sides, we get full rotation from that ball joint. Ball shoulder was very good. Got a nice bicep swivel in there. Very nicely done. We got double jointed elbows that allow him to get very good bend. Like he's very like contortionist level bend. So that's very good. He can basically like literally fold his forearm back onto the rest of his arm. So that's really good. A lot of nice reach there. Extend it back out. Let's see, hands do swivel. Hands rotate all the way, and they are on a hinge as well. They hinge in and out, so horizontal hinge, I think on both hands. Yes, horizontal hinge on both hands. For his torso, we get some nice rotation. Got a nice diaphragm joint, so we get good rotation at the top here. Very, very nice swivel. He can crunch forward, not too far, about that much when you're using the top joint, and then I guess if you bend the bottom, it's probably like a double ball peg, so if you bend him from the bottom there, you can get him going like all the way forward that much. And then if you lean it back, he gets about that far. So I guess that's pretty good. Not bad, I'll take it. It's very, very nice. No, let's see, waist twister? Yeah, no waist twist, just the diaphragm joint. For the legs, we can kick up that high. So nice high kick going there. Probably a little better than 90 degrees from the side, so that's what's up. Kicking back, not much, as you probably would expect. Runs into the sculpt there. Let's see, double jointed knees. Allow him to go that far back. Back down. And then we've got his ankles or his foot kicking down that far on a hinge. Kicking up that much, kind of runs into the pants there. So I'm gonna go up about that high. And he does have a nice ankle swivel or rocker. Oh yeah, and a thigh swivel. I always forget to, sometimes those thigh swivels are so, seamless that I forget they're there. But yeah, he does have a very nice thigh swivel on both of the legs. So that's what's up. So there you go. There's our range for Mr. Peter Parker. So, being that he's on the ball and hinge, he's not really going to be able to get much going backwards, like I said, because he doesn't have the butterfly joint, but he can get, I guess, a decent amount, and then obviously come all the way forward too. Oh no! Snapped off his arm. Second time that happened on a review. First time it was Black Adam. But you see he's got a nice peg, so you can just plug the arm back in. So that's a relief. Definitely don't want to break this guy. I'll get that arm back in there. Uh-oh. Please go back in there. Okay, yeah. Took a little bit of force, but I think I got it back in. Let's see. Oh man, yeah, I hate when the arm joints come off. So yeah, you probably want to be careful with that. Definitely don't force it, but I did get his arm back on there, so that's what's up. I'm going to be very careful in the future because I don't want that popping off again. But yeah, so there is Peter's play and display. Let's take a look at Mr. Ned. So Ned has very similar articulation. Honestly, pretty much the only thing he's lacking that Peter has is the diaphragm joint, so he can't really bend forward or back much, but pretty much, I didn't look at the head. Forgot the head articulation, my bad, y'all. So yeah, Peter's head is on a ball, so it can look up. He can look up pretty nicely, about that far. Pretty decently. Look down that far. And it seems like the neck kind of moves with him, kind of allows for some extra range for him going down, so that's nice. And then, of course, can rotate all the way around 360. And we have some nice posing, some tilting side to side. So very, very nice range in there. So again, back to Ned. Ned has very similar articulation, like I said, so he can look up. He's on a ball on a hinge. He can look up pretty far, maybe even better than Peter. Or maybe I just didn't force Peter's enough, but he can look up about that high. Can look down all the way, tuck his chin in, so that's very nice. Looking back forward again, of course, gets his 360 motion in there and can do some head tilting. Very, very nice. Out to the side, he's on the ball and the hinge, of course, but his arm, due to like the sculpt of the shoulder and like the clothes kind of running into each other, he's only going to be able to get his arm up about, if you really force it and get into the right position, you can go like about that high. So almost a 90-degree angle, not bad. Pretty decent, I would say, for Ned. And then His arm can bend. It doesn't look like it's double jointed, or maybe it is, but it only allows him to get about that much range because of the sculpt, so he can only go about that far. Hinge is, let's see, horizontal hinge again. Hands do rotate 360, so that's nice. Arm back down by his side here. Again, no diaphragm joint, so he can't really bend forward much on his own. I mean, he can go, there's probably a ball peg in there, so he can actually go a decent amount, probably like that far. And then going back, not quite as much, very, very little going back. But he actually gets a decent amount going forward, so that's actually what's up. And you can kick forward about that much. Goes back only that far, almost virtually nothing. He's got a thigh swivel like Peter, so that's very nice. He's got double jointed knees again. Allow him to go about that far. And then back down, here we go. And his foot is on a hinge like Peter, so he can get down about that far. Comes up about that far before it hits the jeans. And straighten his legs so you get a better view of that. About that much. And then he does have a ankle swivel. So that's what's up. So yeah, pretty much same articulation as Peter, just about, minus like a couple things. So, but yeah, overall, two very solid figures, man, I gotta say. I'm loving both. So, as far as like the accessories that they were lacking, like the couple of accessories that I didn't get would just basically be, show you a quick picture here. It's honestly just, again, Peter's right fist, or whatever hand I was missing. It's literally just that, and then his book. He comes with like a brown like binder or book or something. I didn't have that, so that's pretty much the only two accessories that I am missing in this review. So there you have it, in case you wanted to know everything that they do come with. But yeah, man, solid 2-pack. Honestly, I love it, man. I've been wanting, I really love Peter and Ned's, whole dynamic in the MCU. It's so great to see, like, their friendship and everything, especially in that first movie, because Ned just cracks me up, man. He's a funny dude. But yeah, it was really cool to see them just, have their like bro moments and stuff, and Ned be helping him out when he's on his mission. So it was super dope. And it's nice to have, a right-hand man by your side when you're on your missions and stuff. The guy in the chair, as he calls himself. So that's what's up. Ned is the guy in the chair. But he's just a really dope character, like even on his own. So I really enjoy this 2-pack. Like I said, I've been wanting a civilian Peter for a while, and to know that we got a Ned figure as well is just really the icing on the cake. So I love this 2-pack, man. Definitely recommend it. Again, I wouldn't spend maybe more than like 45 max on it. I would say 40 is a better price. That's what I think. That's what I feel like this 2-pack is worth. But again, to each his own. If you feel like it's worth more, then by all means, spend more. But I wouldn't spend anywhere near 60. I think that's honestly kind of ridiculous. Hasbro just kind of likes to hike up their prices and not really give us a lot more. So I don't know. I mean, not to say that we don't get a lot with this 2-pack, but I just don't feel like it's worth $60. I think that's pushing it by quite a bit. So, but yeah, that's just my opinion. And yeah, I'm very just stoked to have both of these guys, because now I can have the trio going. I can get MJ posed up with both of them, which I have. I've already taken like a bunch of pics of the three of them all together. But we got MJ back here, who looks great with both of them. So now, once you get this 2-pack, you'll be set. If you have the MCU MJ figure, she's gonna look great with both of these guys. So you can get some focus there. She's gonna look dope with the both of them, man. You can take all types of pics, man. I've had so much fun taking pics of the three of them. And it's been a lot of fun. So I'm definitely working on that Instagram page. Be sure to stay tuned for that, and I'll let you know when I have it up. But let's get into some size comparisons, and we'll get on out of here. We're making good time today. All right, let's get it. So, how am I gonna do this one? Let's move MJ out the way first. I'm gonna move Peter and Ned back here. And just for height measurements, in case you were wondering, Peter stands at about almost exactly 6 inches tall, maybe just under that, to the top of his hairline. And then if you count like maybe the top of his forehead, if you want to do that, I'd say he's about like 5.8 inches. Ned is kind of similar. He's just a little bit shorter, as he should be, than Peter. So I think to the top of his head, he's probably about 5.8, and then if you count to the forehead, maybe 5.6. So give or take. But yeah, that is the estimated height measurement for the two of these guys, in case you were curious. And let's see. All right, so let's get them next to some other dope characters. So we've got, hopefully I can fit all three, all of these guys in the shot at the same time. That would be ideal. I'll just move Ned back a little bit further, scoot Peter in a bit. All right, and here they are next to the retro card Peter Parker figure. Hopefully okay, there we go, kind of facing the camera a little bit better there. Yeah, they are with the retro card Peter Parker, and you can see the retro Peter stands, quite a bit taller than each of them. I think he was closer to like 6.5 inches, like around the same height as the McFarlane, so that should give you an idea. And of course, let's get him next to MJ, even though she already was briefly, but just so you can get a better sense of what she looks like height-wise next to them. If I can get her standing here on her small feet that they gave her. Okay, there we go. And there you go. And they look really good, like I said, all lined up side by side. And she obviously has a little bit of height on each of them, as she should, because she is taller than both of them. So there is MJ, MCU. Let's get next to some Spidey villains. We've got the Shocker, retro card Shocker. Looking good, and you can see Shocker there is a little bit taller than each of them. So there you have it. Let's get him next to Jameson from the MCU, and since he doesn't stand, I'm gonna hold his feet. You can see he's just a bit taller, as he should be. I think J.K. Simmons is about like 5'10" in real life, so he's got a little bit of height over each of them. There you have it. Here they are next to the Toy Biz Green Goblin from the Spider-Man 1 movie. And you can see Goblin is standing a bit taller than each of them with the helmet. So there you go. We've got Dino Thunder White right here next to them. Let's see. So there you go. Hopefully that's good. Okay, there you go. You can see his helmet. He's standing a bit taller than each of them. So there you have it. Last but not least, we'll get the MCU Iron Spider. There you go. And you can see he should be like basically the same height as Peter, which he is, which is very nice because they're literally the same figure pretty much, same person. And then Ned there. So there you go. And last but not least, we got to get him next to the legendary Stan Lee. Oh no, Peter took a fall. Trust fall, but he's back. He bounces back. And here, oh, knocked him over again, bro. Okay, here's Peter. Stan Peter, there we go. Freaking Stan Lee's cap shield is knocking him down. Got too much power, but here is Stan, and I gotta hold him. Ooh, sorry guys. Sorry y'all. Sorry. Here we go. Holding Stan Lee by his feet. Hopefully you get a good sense of the height. He's a little bit taller than each of them, as he should be.